good evening and welcome to another vlog. I've got two brand new tips for tomorrow in Daqing. Just going over my outright selections and quarter bets and other bets that I've had today. In my outrights, both of my selections are still in there. Dave Gilbert beat Ken Doherty today 6-2, and so that 41 shot's still going. A 500 to 1 shot, Daniel Wells came through against Barry Hawkins, so very happy about that. I mean, draws opened up a little bit for him now. He's got Ding and Mark Allen in this section, but next up he's got Wembo or Dwayne Jones, so that's quite positive. And obviously he's one of my quarter fancies as well. I lost Mark Joyce in the quarters today. He lost 6-1 to Bingham. But in the match he had a century which I tipped yesterday on last night's blog, 11-4, so that was good. The only frame that he won, he knocked in the century, so that was lucky. Bing Tao came through against Alfie Burden comfortably. He plays Chang Bing Yu, the world amateur champion, tomorrow. The other bet that I put up yesterday with Mark Joyce was Graham Dott to have a century. In his match against Michael White, he actually had a 98 break. I presume there was balls left on because it was like 98-6 at the time, so he probably missed century ball for to get the 13-8 winner, so that was a bit frustrating. But yeah, overall it's a good start on the outrights, and hopefully it'll continue. I've got two bets for tomorrow. First up is a single on a highest break in the match between Ashley Carty and Zhao Gudong. I'm going for Ashley Carty for the highest break in the match at 9-4. I think it's a very decent price. I don't think he should be over 2-1 in my opinion. In qualifying for this, Ashley had a cracking win against Martin O'Donnell, who's a very good yardstick, and he won that match 6-1, which is a bit of a surprise. But he played really well, and he had a century in that match. All of last season, he actually had 8 centuries in his first season, obviously as a pro, which again is very impressive. His performances all of last season all came in overseas. He got to the last 32 in Latvia. He got to the last 64 in India, and 2 of the Chinese-based ranking events. I think it was the Chinese Championship and the China Open. He got to the last 64 as well, so he's got good form over in China. Faces Gudong tomorrow. Gudong had a shocker in Riga, losing 4-1 to amateur Chris Keegan. I actually think Carty's got a little bit of a sniff here at 7-2, but I think the bet I'm going to stick with is the 9-4 on Carty to have the highest break. If Gudong doesn't plays like he did last week against Keegan, and he was terrible last week, and plays like that again, Carty could capitalise. It's 130 on him to get a century as well. That's a decent price as well, so if you wanted a saver, that could happen. But I'm going to stick by 9-4 on Carty to have the highest break, which that's with Bet365. Going on to my second bet, I'm doing a double this time, and again in the high break market. First off is Jack Lasowski's 4-9 to have the highest break against Andrew Higginson. I think that should be a lot shorter. He's 2-7 to win the match. He's obviously a tremendous break builder, Lasowski, and Higginson in comparison is not so. I think he had 5 centuries last season. He hasn't had a century in a good while on tour. I just feel that 4-9 looks sort of banker material for the highest break. Lasowski played pretty well in Riga. Higginson, he's been a little bit on the downward slide at the moment, so 4-9 on Lasowski. I'm going to double that with Sam Craigie to have the highest break against Mark Allen. defending champion. He's recently came in with Sight Right and Steve Feeney. I feel like it'll take a little bit longer for him to um, gain more results, more positive results, but especially in the break building department, which he's generally a very, very good player at. He got a high break of about 81 in his first match against Peter Lyons, which was a 6-1 win. Sam Craigie had a ton in his match in a pre-qualifier against Pang Jung Zhu. Generally speaking, Sam, he's one of my favourite players on tour. He is such a savage scorer, and I feel that 13 to 8 is far too big on Sam. And the double combined price pays 14 to 5 with Bet365, and I really do feel that's got a chance. Both going to be 0.5 or 0.50 point win on those. So just to recap, it's Sam Craigie and Jack Lasowski to have the highest break in the match, and that pays 14 to 5 Bet365, and Ashley Carty to have the highest break against Zhao Gudong, which is 9 to 4 again with Bet365. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for listening or watching. All the best. Cheers. Bye.